Now from the same chapter, theory of equations, next problem. Solve x cube minus 3x square minus 16x plus 48 equal to 0. When we don't have any condition regarding the roots, then we need to apply trial and error method to find the first root. Then by Harner's division you can reduce the degree from 3 to 2, means from the given cubic, if you divide by a linear factor, you will get the other quadratic factor whose roots you can find easily. When we don't know anything about the roots, that is the procedure. But here we have a relation, means we have a condition. What is the condition here? Solve the given cubic equation given that the sum of two roots is 0. So the given cubic equation has 3 roots. Okay. If you observe, those 3 roots are such that the sum of any 2 roots, means among all the 3 roots, 2 roots have the same magnitude value, but they are with opposite sign. That is why their value, their sum should be 0. Sum is 0 here. So here solve the given cubic polynomial equation given that the sum of 2 roots is 0. So let us assume that the cubic equation has 3 roots, alpha, beta and gamma. Okay. Let alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of x cube minus 3x square minus 16x plus 48 is equal to 0. Alpha, beta, gamma are the 3 roots. Then given that sum of 2 roots is 0 is given. So you can suppose that the sum of any of the 2 roots is 0 because we don't know their values. Given that alpha plus beta is equal to 0. Let us suppose that the sum of the first and second roots, alpha and beta, is 0. Okay, then write S1. S1 is equal to minus P1. That is why S1 means sum of the roots taken one at a time, alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus of minus 3 will be plus 3. But here alpha plus beta is 0. So 0 plus gamma is equal to 3 gives the value of gamma is 3. Means we got one of the 3 roots. Alpha, beta, gamma are the 3 roots. Sum of the 2 roots is 0 means let us assume that alpha plus beta is 0. Then in the S1, if you substitute the value of alpha plus beta which is 0, you are getting the value of gamma, that is 3. So one of the 3 roots we got here, that is 3. And now after getting one of the 3 roots, since 3 is a root, x minus 3 is a factor. So you can divide the cubic polynomial by the linear factor x minus 3, then you will get a quadratic you can solve for the other 2. That is one method. Otherwise, by using S2 and S3 conditions also you can find this. For example, if you consider S3, S3 means alpha, beta, gamma, product of the 3 roots is equal to minus 48. But we have the value of gamma here, that is 3. So alpha, beta into the value of gamma is 3 is equal to minus 48 gives the value of alpha into beta, that is equal to minus 48 by 3, that is minus 16. Okay, alpha plus beta is 0. Now we got the value of alpha into beta, that is minus 16. By using these 2 conditions, you can find the values of alpha and beta like this. Since alpha minus beta whole square means it is in the form of a minus b whole square. So I can write a plus b whole square minus 4ab. So here we can write alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Okay, a plus b whole square minus 4ab concept. And now substitute these values. Alpha plus beta, that is 0, minus 4 into alpha beta is minus 16. So here you are getting the value of alpha minus beta whole square which is equal to minus of minus plus 4 into 16, that is 64. So the value of alpha minus beta is equal to plus or minus 8. because 8 square is 64, means apply square root on either sides. Now let alpha minus beta is equal to 8. You can take either plus 8 or minus 8, no problem. Here if you take 8, then alpha minus beta is 8, but alpha plus beta is 0. Add these two. Then you are getting the value of 2 alpha, which is equal to 8. That gives alpha is equal to 4. If alpha is equal to 4, then alpha plus beta equal to 0 means, which implies beta is equal to minus 4. These two should be with the same magnitude value, but they are with opposite signs. That is why their sum is 0. Okay, then we got all the three roots. One is 4, the other one is minus 4, and the third one is 3. Now verify. Just this is the verification. Here the roots are minus 4, plus 4, plus 3. These are the three roots. Sum of the roots, minus 4 plus 4 gets cancelled, that is 3. So minus P1, this is okay. Product of the roots, minus into plus, that is minus 4 into 4, 16 into 3, 48. Minus 48 means it is minus P3. So plus 48, that is okay. Now verify with respect, means with respect to the given roots, whether that second quotient of x is correct or not. That means S2, if you write sum of the products of the roots taken 2 at a time, minus 4 into 4, minus 16, plus 4 into 3, 12, plus 3 into minus 4, minus 12. These two gets cancelled, minus 16, so that is minus 16. S2 equal to P. That's it. So the required solution is, the values of the roots alpha, beta, gamma are 4, minus 4 and 3. Like this, if any condition is given here, sum of the two roots is 0. So you can take the condition. By using this, you can solve the roots easily. Okay, next one. Solve 9x cube minus 15x square. 9x cube minus 15x square plus 7x minus 1 is equal to 0. Plus 7x minus 1 is equal to 0, given that two of its roots are equal. Observe the problem. Solve 9x cube minus 15x square plus 7x minus 1 equal to 0, given that two of its roots are equal. In the previous problem also two roots are equal, but they are with opposite signs. That is why their sum is 0. Sum of the two roots is 0. Here both the roots are with the same magnitude value and with the same sign also. So two roots are equal. Since it is a cubic polynomial, it has three roots. Usually the roots are alpha, beta and gamma. But here two roots are equal is given that. It is given that it has two equal roots. So like if the first root is alpha, then the second root is also alpha, equal to the first one. The other one, third one is beta. So no need to take any gamma here. It is better to consider the roots like this, alpha, alpha, beta. But before going to write S1, S2, S3 conditions, you should verify whether the leading quotient is 1 or not. Here it is not 1. So, given 9x cube minus 15x square plus 7x minus 1 is equal to 0. So, divide by 9. Then you are getting x cube minus 15 by 9 x square plus 7 by 9 x minus 1 by 9 is equal to 0. So, since it has two equal roots, let the roots are alpha, alpha and beta. Two roots are equal. So you can take alpha is the first root and alpha is the second root and the third one is different from these two, that is beta. Then write S1. Here S1 will be sum of the roots, means alpha plus beta, that is equal to minus P1, that is minus 15 by 9. So that will be 2 alpha plus beta is equal to minus of minus plus 5 3s are 15, 3 3s are 9. So instead of 15 by 9 we can take 5 by 3. From this we can write the value of beta, which is equal to 5 by 3 minus 2 alpha. The value of beta in the terms of alpha is 5 by 3 minus 2 alpha. Now write S2. S2 means, here the roots are these, alpha into alpha plus alpha into beta plus beta into alpha. Sum of the products of the roots taken two at a time. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Usually here instead of gamma, alpha is given again. So alpha plus alpha beta plus beta alpha. That is equal to S2 is equal to P2, which is equal to 7 by 9. So this is alpha into alpha square plus alpha beta, that is 2 alpha beta is 7 by 9. That is alpha square plus 2 alpha into beta. Beta means in the terms of alpha you can write 5 by 3 minus 2 alpha, that is equal to 7 by 9. And now here take the LCM, that is 3. Okay. So then this will be alpha square plus 2 alpha into, here the LCM is 3. So you are getting 5 minus 3 into 2, 6 alpha, that is equal to 7 by 9. Now take the whole LCM 3. Then 3 into alpha square plus 2 into 5, 10 alpha minus 2 into 6, 12 alpha into alpha square is equal to 7 by 9. So this is for 3 times. Then here the numerator is 10 alpha minus 12 alpha square plus 3 alpha square. So 3 alpha square minus 12 alpha square you can observe here. That is minus 9 alpha square is equal to 7 by 3 is there. Now multiply with the 3. 3 into 10, 30 alpha minus 3 nines are 27 alpha square is equal to 7. Write all the terms together in the RHS part. So then 27 alpha square minus 30 alpha plus 7 is equal to 0. Now we need to factorize this to get this alpha value. If we get alpha means we got 2 roots. Alpha, beta are the roots. By substituting that alpha value here you can find beta. Now what about the factorization here? 27 into 7 is the given one. (27) means 9 into 3 you can write. But I want to get 30 here. So 7 3s are 21 and 9 if you take 9 and 3 7s are 21. So that the sum is 21 plus 9, that is 30. Since the required one is minus 30, both are negative. That means we can write like this: 27 alpha square minus 21 alpha minus 9 alpha plus 7 is 0. So here 9 alpha is the common term, not 9 alpha, this is 3 alpha. So here it is for 9 times, this is for 7 times. Minus 1 into 9 alpha minus 7 is 0. So 9 alpha minus 7 into 3 alpha minus 1 is 0. So here you are getting the value of alpha is 7 by 9 or 1 by 3. If you get two values for alpha like this, then you need to verify which of these two is satisfying. Here the value of alpha is either 7 by 9 or 1 by 3. One of these two is satisfying the given equation, means by substitution we can verify this. Suppose if you take alpha equal to 1 by 3, then verify. Now 9 into 1 by 3 whole cube minus 15 into 1 by 3 whole square plus 7 into 1 by 3 minus 1. Just consider the given polynomial and put that alpha equal to 1 by 3. Alpha means one of the values of x, one of the roots. So this is 3 cube means 3 square. That is 3 square. 9 gets cancelled. You are getting 1 by 3 minus it is 15 by 9 plus this is 7 by 3 minus 1. Now here take the LCM, that is 9. Then you are getting this is for 3 times minus 15 plus this is also for 3 times, 3 sevens are 21. Then this is 21 plus 3, 24 minus 15, 9 by 9, 1 minus 1 will be 0. So alpha equal to 1 by 3 is a root. So we got one root alpha, that is 1 by 3. So second root is also alpha, that is also 1 by 3. Then third value, beta will be. So then find the third value, that is beta. That is 5 by 3 minus 2 into alpha. Alpha is 1 by 3. So take the LCM 3 here. This will be 5 minus 2 into 1, that is 2. That is 3 by 3 will be 1. Therefore required solution is alpha is 1 by 3. Again alpha is 1 by 3. And beta is 1. So 1 by 3, 1 by 3 are the roots of the given cubic polynomial. Next one, another cubic polynomial is given here. You have to find the roots which are satisfying the given condition. So the next one is solve x cube minus 9x square, x cube minus 9x square plus 14x plus 24 is 0. Plus 14x plus 24 is equal to 0. Solve the cubic equation x cube minus 9x square plus 14x plus 24 is equal to 0, given that 2 of the roots are in the ratio 3:2. Two roots of the given cubic polynomial are equal in the previous problem, but here they are in the ratio 3:2. Okay, two roots are in the ratio 3:2. Then find the roots of the given cubic polynomial. So just observe the given cubic polynomial. Here the leading quotient is 1, no problem. So you can take given cubic polynomial is x cube minus 9x square plus 14x plus 24 is equal to 0. It has 3 roots. Usually the roots are alpha, beta, gamma. But here 2 roots are in the ratio 3:2. So again, no need to consider gamma. By using the condition, if you write these two in the terms of any two alpha and beta, it is easy. You need to calculate only two unknowns alpha and beta. No need to find gamma. That is what. Okay then. 2 roots are in the ratio 3:2, means if the first root is 3 alpha, then the second root will be 2 alpha. That's it. Where alpha is any constant or fixed value. Okay. Then first root is 3 times of alpha. Then the second root is 2 times of alpha. Then only those two are in the ratio 3:2. So let the roots are 3 alpha, 2 alpha, and the third one is beta. These are the three roots. Since the two roots are equal, in the previous case, alpha, alpha, beta are the roots. Okay, but here they are not equal, means they are not in the ratio 1:1. They are in the ratio 3:2. So let the roots are 3 alpha, 2 alpha, and beta. Now write S1. The remaining calculation is similar to the last one. Then S1 means sum of the roots taken one at a time. 3 alpha plus 2 alpha plus beta, that is equal to minus of minus 9 will be plus 9. So 3 alpha plus 2 alpha will be 5 alpha. That is why you can write beta is equal to 9 minus 5 alpha. You can write beta in the terms of alpha like this, 9 minus 5 alpha. Now write S2. S2 means 3 alpha into 2 alpha plus 2 alpha into beta plus beta into 3 alpha, that is equal to P2 means it is 14. So this is 3 into 2, 6 alpha square plus 2 alpha beta plus 3 alpha beta will be plus 5 alpha beta is equal to 14. So this is 6 alpha square plus 5 alpha into beta is equal to 14, where beta means instead of beta you can write 9 minus 5 alpha from S1. Now simplify this. 6 alpha square plus 5 into 9, 45 alpha, minus 5 into 5, that is 25. Alpha into alpha gives alpha square, minus 14 is 0. Now this will be minus 25 alpha square plus 6 alpha square will be minus 19 alpha square plus 45 alpha minus 14 is 0. Just multiply with the negative sign so that the leading coefficient is positive. Then you are getting 19 alpha square minus 45 alpha plus 14 equal to 0. Now we need to factorize this quadratic equation to calculate this alpha value. 19 alpha square minus 45 alpha plus 14. Factors means for 19 into 14. So 19 is a prime number, write like that. 14 means 2 sevens are 14. Now 2 into 19 gives 38. 38 plus 7 gives the required 45. That is why you can write like this. 19 alpha square, 38 and 7. So minus 38 alpha minus 7 alpha plus 14. So here minus 38 alpha minus 7 alpha gives the required minus 45 alpha, and the product gives the required positive value 19 into 14. So that is why this will be 19 alpha into alpha minus 2 minus 7 into alpha minus 2. So that is alpha minus 2 into 19 alpha minus 7 is 0. That is giving two values for alpha. Which gives alpha is equal to 2 or alpha is equal to 7 by 19. Okay, here we are getting two values for alpha, 2 and 7 by 19. Usually 7 by 19 such type of values are not satisfying the equation, so just verify whether it is correct or not for alpha equal to 2. That is easy to verify. So if alpha is equal to 2, then no need to substitute, should not substitute the value of alpha in the given, because alpha is not a root here. 3 alpha, 2 alpha are the roots. So you can take either 3 alpha or 2 alpha, then verify whether it is satisfying the equation or not. So then if alpha equal to 2, then 3 alpha will be 3 into 2 6, and 2 alpha will be 2 into 2 4. Now verify whether this 4 is satisfying the equation or not, or 6 is satisfying the equation or not. So if you put 4 here, 4 cube gives 64 minus 4 square, 16 into 9 plus 14 into 4 plus 24. Like this. You can verify that 3 alpha and 2 alpha means 6 and 4 are satisfying the equation. Okay then. We got two roots, because alpha equal to 2 means corresponding to this alpha, 3 alpha, 3 into 2 6, 2 alpha, 2 into 2 4 are two roots. Now what about the other root? then beta is equal to, the other root beta is equal to 9 minus 5 alpha. That is 9 minus 5 into alpha is 2. That is 9 minus 10 will be minus 1 is beta. Therefore, required roots are 3 alpha, 6, 2 alpha, 4 and beta minus 1. 6, 4 and minus 1 are the required roots of the given cubic polynomial. Now the next one. Now a polynomial of degree 4 means biquadratic is given. So it has 4 roots. Alpha, beta, gamma and delta is the fourth one. Okay. It has 4 roots: alpha, beta, gamma, delta. And let me write the problem. Then we'll discuss about the given condition. Solve x power 4 plus x cube minus 16x square minus 4x minus 16x square minus 4x plus 48 is equal to 0. So here you can observe the highest power of x, that is 4. So x power 4 plus x cube minus 16x square minus 4x plus 48 is equal to 0 is the given fourth degree polynomial. And the condition is given that the product of two of the roots is 6. Given that the product of two of the roots is 6. Okay. Here I am writing the condition. Product of two roots is 6. Product of two roots of the given is 6. So now let alpha, beta, gamma and delta are the required 4 roots of the given polynomial. Let the roots are alpha, beta, gamma and delta. Let alpha, beta, gamma, delta are the 4 roots of the polynomial. Then write S1, S2, S3 and S4 conditions. Then S1 is alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta, that is equal to minus 1. And S2 alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma delta plus delta alpha plus alpha gamma plus beta delta, alternative, that is equal to minus 16. S3 product of three roots: alpha beta gamma plus beta gamma delta plus gamma delta alpha plus delta alpha beta, that is equal to minus of minus 4 will be plus 4. And S4 product of all the 4 roots: alpha beta gamma delta, that is equal to 48. You will get like this. Since alpha beta gamma delta are the 4 roots, write S1, S2, S3 and S4 conditions like this. After writing all those, it is given that the product of two of the roots is given by 6. So let alpha into beta equal to 6. Then from S4 alpha beta, that is 6 into gamma delta is equal to 48 gives the value of gamma delta, that is 6 8s are 48, that is 8. So if the value of alpha beta is 6, product of two roots is 6 is given, so let alpha into beta is 6, then from S4 you are getting the product of the other two roots gamma and delta, that is 8. So that the whole product is 6 into 8, that is the required 48. Okay then, now we got the values of alpha, beta and gamma delta. Okay, then consider S3 in which you can observe alpha, beta, gamma plus beta, gamma, delta plus gamma, delta, alpha plus delta, alpha, beta, where we have the values of alpha, beta and gamma, delta. Write the values there. Alpha, beta means 6 gamma plus beta, gamma, delta is 8, so 8 beta plus gamma, delta means 8 alpha plus delta, alpha, beta is 6, so 6 delta is equal to 4 is S3. Now here 8 times of alpha plus beta plus 6 times of gamma plus delta is equal to 4 is the relation what we got here. 8 times of alpha plus beta plus 6 times of gamma plus delta we got. At a time we cannot find all the unknowns. So try to reduce the unknown polynomials in the relations. So here it is from S1 alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta is equal to -1. So the value of gamma plus delta will be -1 minus alpha minus beta. Write that one here. Means from this the value of gamma plus delta is equal to -1 minus alpha minus beta. So now I'm writing the value of gamma plus delta in the terms of alpha and beta like this. So then you are getting 8 times of alpha plus beta plus 6 into, instead of gamma plus delta we can write -1 minus alpha minus beta, which is equal to 4. So this is 8 alpha plus 8 beta minus 6 alpha minus 6 beta, that is equal to 4. So write the simplification. 8 alpha minus 6 alpha will be 2 alpha, 8 beta minus 6 beta will be 2 beta. This is equal to 4 is there. If you write this in the LHS part, you will get -4 equal to 0. Then -6 minus 4 will be -10 is equal to 0. If you divide by 2, you are getting the value of alpha plus beta, that is equal to 10 by 2, which is fine. So the value of alpha plus beta we got here, that is fine. If alpha plus beta is equal to 5 and alpha into beta is equal to 6, you can find alpha beta like this. But after getting alpha plus beta, first write gamma plus delta value also. Then gamma plus delta is equal to alpha plus beta equal to 5. If you write here, it is -1 minus of alpha plus beta, which is 5. So -1 minus 5 will be -6. -1 minus of alpha plus beta, that is 5. So -1 minus 5 will be -6, that is gamma plus delta. So by using alpha plus beta and alpha beta, you can find alpha and beta. And by using these two, gamma plus delta and gamma into delta, you can find gamma and delta. That is the remaining part of calculation. Now, alpha minus beta whole square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta, which is equal to alpha plus beta, that is 5 square, 25, minus 4 into alpha beta is 6. 4 into 6, that is 24. So that is 1, gives alpha minus beta is equal to plus or minus 1. Then alpha plus beta is equal to 5, alpha minus beta is equal to 1. If you take, you are getting 2 alpha equal to 6 gives alpha equal to 3. Then beta is equal to 2, because alpha plus beta is 5. Alpha equal to 3 means beta will be 5 minus 3, that is 2. So we got the values of alpha and beta, 3 and 2, because the product 3 into 2 is 6, the required one. And now, gamma minus delta whole square is equal to gamma plus delta whole square minus 4 into gamma delta. That is equal to gamma plus delta, that is minus 6 whole square, 36, minus 4 into gamma delta, that is 8. 4 into 8, 32. So that is 4. Gives the value of gamma minus delta, that is plus or minus 2. So usually we will take gamma minus delta equal to plus 2. Then the value of gamma plus delta is equal to minus 6. and gamma minus delta is equal to 2. Add these two. 2 gamma is equal to minus 6 plus 2 will be minus 4 gives gamma is equal to minus 2. Then delta is equal to, if gamma equal to minus 2 means if we write here, delta will be minus 6, minus of minus means plus 2, that is minus 4. Now the product will be minus 2 into minus 4, that is plus 8. So these are the required roots of the given polynomial equation, where the given fourth degree polynomial equation has 4 roots, alpha, beta, gamma and delta. It is given that product of the two roots is 6, so let us suppose that alpha into beta is 6. Then from S4 you are getting gamma into delta is equal to 8. Now if you write these two values of alpha, beta and gamma, delta in S3, you are getting a relation in alpha plus beta and gamma plus delta. But from S1 you can write gamma plus delta in the terms of alpha and beta like this, minus 1 minus alpha minus beta. Then at the end you are getting the value of alpha plus beta, from which you can write the value of gamma plus delta. Now by using alpha plus beta and alpha into beta, you can write the values of alpha, beta. In the same way, from alpha plus delta, from gamma plus delta and gamma into delta, you can calculate the values of gamma and delta. So at last we got all the required 4 roots here. Those are 3, 2, minus 2 and minus 2. So a polynomial equation, whether it is of degree 3 or 4, is given means we have to find the roots when the relation between the roots is given here. They will give a condition. Roots are in AP, roots are in GP, roots are in HP, sum of the two roots is 0, two roots are equal, otherwise product of two roots is 6, and another one is there. Third root means one root of the given cubic polynomial is equal to half of the sum of the other two roots. Means if alpha and beta are two roots, third root is half of the sum of these two, means half of alpha plus beta. So then the roots are alpha, beta, alpha plus beta whole by 2. Like this you can take. Roots are in the ratio 3:2 means let the roots are 3 alpha, 2 alpha and beta. In this way, by considering the given relation, you can calculate the roots. So that is about the solution of the given polynomial when a relation between the roots is given. Okay. For more videos, subscribe to Tapas Academy and share. Thank you.